Greetings, fellow medieval lords and ladies. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Memoriapolis. Episode 6, Medieval Governance. So all of those carvers that I have are consuming a lot of stone. Which is why my stone production just went to hell. The brickworks consume the clay, and then the carvers consume the stone. The brickworks and also tiles consume clay, I should say. So that's why you all of a sudden need a ton of raw production facilities to match the demand from... Oh yeah, I can build out here. Perfect. Which is why I'm putting stone quarries everywhere for the stone carvers, and then clay mines everywhere for the brick and the tile. Ooh, we got the next level of cultural radiance. So we are now a city, not a small city. And as a result, I unlock the ability to make a parvis to add more attraction. I have not really focused on the medieval city center over here. One thing I might want to do, which is going to cause some malices in the short term, is intentionally cut down a bunch of the trees around here just so that I can place other buildings. Because the cities will develop displacing trees, but I won't be able to construct my own buildings in those forests. So I'm going to try to clear cut those trees quickly. So I think with that in mind, I'm going to unlock the cutter camp tier 4 so that we can just like burn through those trees fast. Okay, the fall of Constantinople. Giovanni answered her call, and above all of the rewards promised by Constantinople, he has assembled over 700 mercenaries and 2 ships to help resist the Ottoman attacks. The Sultan responds with a magnificent cannons. The final assault is underway, and the support of Constantinople has requested from the Pope and European cities is slow in arriving. You have 2 choices. Sabotage the Sultan's cannons and poison his armies, or betray Byzantine. They'll never see the death coming from behind. Left choice, supporting Constantinople, gives us bricks, rubbles, and food. Right choice, betraying the Byzantines, gives us precious stones and gold. So do we sabotage the Ottomans or betray the Byzantines? Sabotaging the Ottomans. All right. We're not backstabbers. We're saboteurs. Tough choice, but thanks for voting. So there will be attractive malices for these cutting camps, but I just want to clear the trees as fast as possible so that we free up the space. Also, let's spend some of these points. Boom. Wow, that was a big gain. I've been letting those accrue for a while now. Yeah, we're front stabbers, not peck stabbers. Exactly. I'm glad you get it. Well, I have been working on my stone income. So 32 of our stone per cycle goes to the carvers, and I've been upgrading the stone quarries that I have like mad in order to try to meet demand. I still have a level 1 quarry somewhere. Where is my level 1 stone quarry? Oh, a new faction. The Huscarls. Ooh, yeah, alright. Welcome. Yeah, it says I have a level 1 stone. Is it this one? No, it's level 3. If you pick the stone quarry and mouse over it, maybe it's this. No, it's level 3. It will highlight the respective building. Oh, it's this one. There it is. Can you use those points somewhere else? Yes. When you build cultural buildings, when you build duplicate cultural buildings or higher level cultural buildings, it will use those points. So we are saving up for a dungeon. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, we're saving up for a dungeon because that's what you guys voted on. But like if we were to do like a different military cultural building, it might require military cultural points to be able to construct. Basically, it's saying if you start to build cultural buildings, you better form factions out of those cultural buildings, because if you don't, then you're not going to have the cultural capital to build additional buildings. This will make a little bit more sense, you know, once I get to that point. All right, I think... Oh yeah, see, here you can immediately see that they're starting to spread into the woods. Which is exactly what I wanted. So then what I'm going to do is pause the other cutting camps that I have. To instead focus on just cutting the wood from around here. Getting high-level cutting camps up here. So that we can clear cut for the town. And I just need a little bit more stone for the dungeon. So I have 6 stone quarries now. Quite a lot. And half my stone, just about, is going straight to the stone carvers. Now, the other thing is the stone carvers now have maxed out the rubbles for the stockpile, so we should stop forking over so much stone over to them now. And that brings us to the dungeon. Let's build a dungeon here. And safety, and let's go with belonging. Good. Our needs aren't really being met very well. Oh god, I just realized my food is bottoming out. Let's buy some bulk food. Actually, I'm going to intentionally run out of food just to show you the worries mechanic. Because I could have bought a stockpile of food, but I wanted to show you what worries looks like. So, city at a standstill. No one wants to join a city that does not produce enough food for its own citizens. Migration is at a standstill, and I'm losing health per cycle. And it disappears after 10 cycles if there's positive food in the stockpiles. So this is what like a deficit looks like. So let's go ahead and solve this now that I've actually hit that. I'm going to buy 5,000 food from Burka. Actually, this is 1 a unit. Food from Lubeck is cheaper. So I'll buy 5,000 food from Lubeck instead. Or actually, 4,000 food from Lubeck. There we go. And then I'm already upgrading the farms from tier 2 to tier 3. Oh, so here we go. Another choice. This morning, the town is in a state of panic. The Black Death is threatening every town in the region. The population is crying out for urgent measures to contain the plague, and families are ready to flee to safe lands. You have 3 viable options. Support your scientists in finding a cure, quarantine the suspected sufferers at the risk of infecting them at the slightest mistake, or recruit foreign doctors despite the risks to our own cities. So, left choice, to research. It requires education. Middle choice, to split. Isolating, reduction of health and safety, or right choice, mobilize foreign doctors at a cost of gold. I don't have a lot of educational influence points to spend. It might be worth noting. I have 32 currently stockpiled. So I don't know what happens if I choose this left choice, because it costs 100 and I have 32. I guess we'll see if that's what you guys vote on. Seems like it is. So yeah, it's gone down to 0. I've spent them all. I don't know if it doesn't seem like I go into negatives, so it seems like I've just spent some that I didn't have to spend, but you know, you're okay. Works for me. Alright, so I'm starting to get level 3 farms. As soon as I'm actually going to pause the clay mine to get another level 3 farm. Just to solve the food shortage crisis. And the dungeon should be pretty soon completed. The fall of Constantinople. Dust falls on the battlefield. No one moves, no one shouts. The last Ottoman is dead. The Sultan Mehmet II is nowhere to be found. The soldiers are stunned. Constantinople has once again repelled the invaders. But at what cost? Many lives have been sacrificed, resources expended to survive just one more day. Emperor Constantine graces you with his eternal gratitude. So we saved Constantinople. Good job, guys. If that's what you really wanted. Hope you're happy. Alright, there we go. So this dungeon has massive attractions. So here is its attraction. As you can see, highly attractive. More so than anything in the ancient times. And I think as soon as this farm hits tier 3, we should be in food positive. Yep, I'm in food positive. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, more tensions. Between Rhadamites and Carthaginians? Oh, Rhadamites. Well, that just sucks. Sorry, Carthaginians, but you're getting kicked. Can't have my own people, my own faction be upset. The community of Rhadamites, you know what? You get a tax break, in fact. Is it fair? No, it's not. But, you know, so be it. It is by royal decree. Totally rigged. Terrible epidemic has ravaged the entire continents, seems to be subsiding. Thanks to the medieval discoveries of our scientists, we have, you know, averted a lot of the situation. That's good. Let's see if we can't raise our cultural radiance. And then we're going to have you guys vote on what next cultural building for me to build. Oh, 97%. We're so close. Alright, so next cultural building. Taking a look at the options here. We could build another dungeon, or we could build a ropery, a hostel, a university, a guild, or a malice. It's up to you. Give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. A faction called Skinners. Okay. That's not super sketchy. And Cultural Radiance. We are now a medium city. With the associated bonuses. Oh, and The tinsmiths and huskarls are at each other's throats. Oh well, not my problem. Alright, recycling some of the older buildings that are closest to the walls, because we don't need them that close to the walls anymore. And I'm actually going to improve the ramparts around the ancient capital. As the ramparts quality raises, the bonuses evolve and change and become better. And the game still wants me to build a House of Grievances, which I still haven't done. So, I think that's my next major goal, is get the House of Grievances. And I can pause some of these stone carvers for now. Because we have, our stone carving is at max. And our clay is at max too. That should be enough for the House of Grievances. And then we'll focus on a educational building. I'm going to stick the House of Grievances. I'd like to stick it here, but I think I have to wait for a few more trees to be cut down. So be it. And then after the House of Grievances, we'll make some sort of educational building. As per your wishes. How do you get more builders? Immigration and migration. Basically, the more satisfied and attractive the town, the more people you have showing up to help build it. Ooh, that's a big district. Can I build a wall around my medieval city? I can. I'm just choosing not to at the moment because I'd like for its footprint to grow before ramparting. Because right now the rampart proximity is like weird because of the forest we have. That's not terrible, actually, where it is now. Yeah, that's not heinous. But I think I want to clear cut the forest a little bit more before deciding on a rampart. Which is what I'm working on now. But the old ramparts I'm upgrading like gangbusters. Alright, food looks good. Resources look pretty good. Oh, these districts are huge. Like, actually don't know why they're so big. Oh, here we go. Stone workshop. So, upgrading the ceramics workshop to a stone workshop. I am going to choose that the building satisfactions are boosted. So we're getting health. We'll go for belonging. And we'll go for esteem. So this is satisfying the evolving with the times, where we're evolving one of our repaired ceramics workshops into its upgraded form. Cool. So that's the optional. Gonna get checked off and done. Our cutting camps are doing a pretty good job of like clear cutting up there. In the meantime, I could probably turn off any of the cutting camps that I have elsewhere. I think I already have. No, I have this cutting camp, but it's only tier 1, so it doesn't really matter. Is there anyone that wants to buy my wood so that I can cut more trees down faster? No. No one wants to buy raw wood. Alright. Fine. I'll spend the wood in upgrading my quarries then. Ah, yes. There's always a workaround. A new faction called the Iron Spears. Welcome. And let's see if we can't raise some cultural radiance now. I also know I have to save up for educational buildings. I haven't forgotten. So the educational building that I have available next is the university. And I'll work towards its construction soon too. So I'll probably put it on the other end of the town, over here. Meaning it might be worth me setting up another cutting camp here just to clear cut some of the trees around there. Because I need more space. And I'm like using up wood by upgrading my quarries. Because quarries cost wood to upgrade, but like keeping them paused. Which is like a very weird way to go about it. To use up a resource. Ooh. Even better ramparts. So every time you upgrade the ramparts, you gain like bigger bonuses for the factions and citizens living within it. So I've been boosting these ramparts like crazy so that they're the trust and the attractiveness inside of the town is going to be just like super high. Additionally, the bonus for the stone workshop can be seen from like space here, because that's a super satisfaction boosting evolved facility. Yes, I have 2 town centers. Yes, I have the medieval one and then the ancient one. It might be possible to try to repair the Presidium. For that, I would need a little bit more clay storage. So I'm going to upgrade... I'm going to unlock even bigger quarries. And then upgrade my clay quarries to their next size. So that I have an immense amount of storage for clay, so that I can actually get that Presidium unlock done. I think it's within reach. Finally. Where's my other clay mines? Oh, here's one. All right. Stick the university. I might want to clear out some more forests. I'd like to stick it here, but maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to clear out a little bit more forest before I stick the university back there. I have the workforce for it. I just don't have the will to put it in yet. And then, of course, there was the House of Grievances, which I really never got around to. I was gonna stick that back here too. But maybe, because I don't want to focus on the that faction specifically, I'll probably put the House of Grievances somewhere completely separate. So I'll put it outside of where the theater is. Maybe even further out. Actually, can I get it near the domus? No, I can't really. Maybe I'll put it by the bridge. That'll work. Alright, so that is esteem. Let's go with belonging and health. So that's the Chapter 2 major goal, and that allows us to do decrees in the medieval era. Oh, something ran out of this mine. I'm just going to upgrade. It ran out of iron. Really? Oh, no, it's done. Oh, yeah, there's really not a lot of iron here, so this mine is probably going to be dried up pretty soon. It was mining out a very low-yield hillside. So now my total clay that I can acquire is about 3,200, which is what is required to repair the Presidium. So maybe there's one more spot that I can put a clay quarry. Maybe right here. If I upgrade this surveyor, I can get it in a better spot near where the pond or the swamp is for clay. And here's the House of Grievances, which gives me access to the next tier cultural buildings. And it also leveled up my cultural radiance. So now we are a bishopric. And gave me a quartal, an attractive building. So it wants me to unlock the Master Builder's Office and to modify a district with it. I'm not going to do that until I get the clay set up that I was working towards. And to build the university that you guys had requested. So I'm going to break down the cutting camp that's back here. Because it has cleared a decent amount of trees for me to squish a little university in there somehow. Maybe like right there. That unlocks creativity, and let's unlock safety with it. Alright, it also, once I get a library, we get access to the know-how too, which is exciting. Oh, we found some ruins. Neat. I don't know, I meet the requirements for repair, but it's not letting me repair it for some reason. Battle Brothers! That's a nice tip of the hat to another game. So there's the university you requested. Almost done. Now these cutting camps are obviously like providing massive disturbances to attractiveness in the area. As you can see, this is the attraction map. So the whole area around here is like really not attractive as a result of these camps, but it's just because I'm trying to like clear out the trees as fast as possible. I'll be clearing them out soon, so it's not a permanent, ugly blight upon that town. Alright, so finally, I can put the quarry in, and I want it as far away from the houses as possible, so we'll stick it, like, here. For clay. And repairing this, this will eventually be a hospice for, let's say, safety and belonging and creativity. Oh, the cost to repair the Presidium has gone up because more time has elapsed. So let's focus on repairing the Presidium before I do anything else. Which means to increase the amount of clay and clay capacity that I have. But there's our university. So taking a look at the district maps. The medieval area is not really all that faction politicized, if you will. But, like, it will be over time. And I think I will finally cop to a rampart here. That's a big enough zone that I'm, like, comfortable laying down the brickwork for it. Ooh, I am low on sand. And low on wood. It's because I paused all my other woodcutters. Something ran out of resources. Yeah, the iron mine is done. So let's change it from iron to gold. Because there's still gold. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of it entirely. Because there's already a gold mine in this. Actually, let's get rid of this gold mine. Because it's closer to town. And leave this gold mine to mine gold. This carver I'm going to nuke because it's within the town walls. Oh, and I crashed a desktop, so I'm just going to have to relaunch the game. RIP. One crash in 4 hours is, like, not terrible. But yeah, the game, in playtesting, I did crash, like, frequently-ish. It's not ideal, it's just the way it is. Early access and all. Luckily, the game autosaves pretty regularly, so I don't think I lost anything there, by chance. Oh, right. Yeah, the mines have to be switched. Okay. I think we're back on track. So I'm focusing on repairing the Presidium, and then we'll try to do the Master Builder's office. Does anyone know how the Second Era Wonders work? You have to unlock wonders by going through the chapters. That might be a bit of an oversimplified answer, but... yeah. Hopefully that directs you in the right direction. Oh, interesting! There is now a district outside of the ramparts because of the mausoleum attractiveness. And the House of Grievance is his attractiveness. So here, as you can see, there's a brand new medieval era district that, like, kind of spilled over. It's fine. I'm not against it. Just surprised. Hey, JD. Thank you for the resub. And it looks like I'm a little behind on wood as well. So I'm gonna get another cutting camp here. This is a pretty good spot because it's fairly wooded. If I want the Presidium sooner or later, let's see if I can't buy wood and clay. I don't think they're on the market. Oh, no, they are. So, for clay, I just need more storage. So let's see if I can't buy wood. I need, like, 2,000 wood? Whoa, that's really expensive. That's 5 per unit, 6 per unit. God, this wood is overpriced. All right, 500 then. And we'll sell 500 or 1,000 stone. Cover the cost. So now for the Presidium, we only need about 200 wood. That's a little bit easier to get. There's probably not much of a benefit to re-rampart. Ooh. Actually, these ramparts are really weird. Never mind, I'm not even going to do that. So just try to hit some goals before the end of the stream. I'm going to go on 2-speed. And try to get what we can to get that Presidium up to where we want it. So as soon as this quarry gets upgraded, I should have the clay for the Presidium upgrade. Or repair, I should say. Yeah, there it is. So now that the Presidium is repaired, that is the last Antiquity's ruin to be repaired. Let's then focus on the Master's Builder's office, and then also the library. So the Master Builder office is kind of like the architectural office. I'm going to purposely build it outside of the walls because it will cause some political fallout if I build it within. So let's plop it, ooh, goodness. Plop it way over here. Belonging, security, and creativity. And it allows you to have a little bit more influence about how the districts are designed and allocated. At this point, I am going to nuke the wood camps within the walls so that it's not so ugly. So yeah, there we go. The attractiveness around our medieval is much, much, much higher. And I'm going to have to replace that loss of woodcutting productivity by improving my timber camps elsewhere. So with the Master's Builder office built, we can select a district. So like, let's select this district. And we can change the urban planning rules from like Antiquity or Middle Age, and then also change what district is made up of houses or empty spaces to make it more attractive or more population dense. And then what percent are wanderers versus like citizens, and modify it. So I'm modifying this district to be super middle-aged and very dense. And that is unlocked. Gold. Oh, did I crash again? No. That has unlocked the goldsmith and the forge, which allows us to make steel and gold leaf as a resource. And then the last thing I wanted to show before the end of the stream. So here's this like dense district now where it's going to be a lot more densely populated. And we can use the builder's office to do the same thing to like the older antiquities districts. So like I can force an antiquities district using gold to upgrade to like a medieval age, which increases population density and changes the makeup of the balance between wanderers and citizens and all that. Alright, so the last thing I really wanted to do was the library. So let's get this library built, and I'll put it near the university, because, you know, they're similar-esque buildings. Creativity, safety, and belonging. Actually, we have a lot of belonging. Esteem. And the library unlocks, like, bonuses that are obtained from cultural buildings. So I'll show you that in just a moment. How is our... Oh yeah, we have so many points to spend. Definitely leveling up. To a town! And a lot more factions moving in. I actually have the resources to increase the rampart as well. And here's the library. So the library unlocks know-how. So you have 10 slots of active know-how, and the know-how is unlocked by the cultural buildings that you built. So for instance, we have the know-how of black powder, but that's not added into the game just yet. The know-how of printing, which increases the generation of blueprints by 10%. And printing know-how was unlocked by building the library, I'm assuming? I could double check. Let's see. Cultural... Oh, no, maybe the university. The university probably unlocked that know-how. And then the tiled stove, and that's because we got the stone cutters. So that increases the production building reserve by 10%. So we can activate these know-hows, and it uses up the available slots, and then we can deactivate them whenever we want. You know, if we want to change the know-how, and these know-hows are all unlocked by building the associated cultural buildings. So, for instance, if we were like, hey, attraction inside ramparts up 10%, we would need plate armor, and plate armor is gained from one of the military building know-hows. So if we take a look at the I'm not going to get to this point, so I'm just going to like select a generic wonder. So if we want to get to that know-how, we could go to the cultural buildings here and see, hey, like, which know-how does this unlock? And, you know, specifically go for that building that then unlocks plate armor. I'm not sure which one it is, though. But, yeah, we have a pretty good-looking medieval city with chariot race, ancient times architecture built in, which is funny. Oh, and our Presidium got repaired. And it could become a garrison warehouse with a little bit more tile. If we had the tile for that. But I think, friends, that is just about all the time I have for this stream. I am out of time. I thought I was going to play slow enough to not reach the end of the game, but I played so slow that I ended up not completing all the chapters. But this is where I'm going to leave off, all the same. Thank you for tuning in to Memoriapolis, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 11th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow residents of Memoriapolis.